What if I told you that every time you walk into Aldi, you're not just buying groceries, you're stepping into a 65-year-old family feud that changed the way the entire world shops? That quarter you slide into your cart is part of a psychological warfare designed to keep you in check. And the cashier scanning your milk and bread like lightning? They're timed down to the second, all to squeeze out every penny. Even that small D scribbled on price tags hides a code that could save you hundreds. Let's look at the hidden algorithms behind Aldi's empire. Secrets employees would rather you never discover. But first, what was this family argument that literally split a grocery empire in half? 1. The cigarette war that changed everything. Well, to understand why your Aldi cashier moves faster than a Formula One pit crew, you need to go back to the 1960s in post-war Germany, where two brothers, Theo and Karl Albrecht, were running their small, family-owned discount grocery store. They had already weathered the harsh conditions after the Second World War and managed to build something that felt reliable for families who were tired of inflated prices. But in 1960, the brothers faced a question that would change the entire retail world forever. Should they sell cigarettes in their stores? Now, to you and me, it sounds like a small decision, but to Theo and Karl, this was the equivalent of dropping a match on dry grass. Theo saw cigarettes as a lucrative add-on that would attract even more customers, the kind of customers who would grab a loaf of bread and a carton of milk, but also leave with a pack of smokes tucked in their coat pocket. Karl, on the other hand, believed selling cigarettes would bring theft and conflict into the carefully controlled environment they had created. The argument grew so heated that it tore their business in two. In the end, they split Aldi into Aldi Nord and Aldi Süd, literally north and south, creating a retail Cold War that still exists today. Theo took the north, Karl took the south, and both went on to build their territories with a ruthless efficiency that turned their small family shop into an empire worth over $38 billion, according to CNBC. And the rivalry did not just stop at the split. It created a constant, quiet tension that pushed both sides to innovate in ways that would redefine grocery shopping globally. They both knew that any inefficiency could be exploited by the other, so they kept everything tight, from the way products were displayed to the way cashiers were trained. This is why when you shop at Aldi, you will notice that the packaging is designed for rapid shelf stocking. It is why your cashier scans your groceries faster than you blink. Have you ever wondered why Aldi feels so different from other grocery stores? It is because this feud turned into an obsession with speed, minimalism, and operational perfection that was driven by two brothers who refused to let the other get ahead. And that quarter you put into the cart before you shop, it is a direct descendant of this efficiency mindset, training customers to return carts without staff intervention, cutting labor costs while keeping the parking lot organized. And here's what's really shocking. You think that quarter requirement is just about saving labor costs? Well, think again. 2. The psychology of the quarter cart system. Aldi's cart system is one of the simplest retail innovations you will ever see, and yet it plays with your brain in ways you might not expect. Before you even step into the store, you are already making a tiny financial commitment, slipping that shiny coin into the lock as if you are joining a club. It is just a quarter, but it creates a connection, a soft, almost invisible contract between you and the store. Psychologists would call this a sunk cost, but to Aldi, it is a brilliant way to ensure you stay invested, even if it is only 25 cents. According to Foodie's website, the system started to save on staffing by making customers return their carts. But the real magic is how it primes your mind. You are less likely to abandon your cart when you are done because you want that coin back, but you are also less likely to leave without buying what you came for because you already paid a small price to shop. It is a psychological trick wrapped in a metal cart handle, training you to complete your mission without even realizing it. And there is another layer to it that people rarely notice. That quarter becomes your Aldi quarter, the one you keep in your car, in your wallet, sometimes even on a keychain, specifically for your next trip. It becomes a ritual, a tiny piece of preparation that signals you are about to enter the Aldi mindset. Other stores do not give you this feeling. You walk into them without thinking. But at Aldi, you click that quarter in, and it feels like you are unlocking a secret level in your shopping routine. Taste of Home pointed out how people often develop a small sense of pride around this ritual, bragging about how they never lose their Aldi quarter or how they keep it in a special spot in their car. And the system is more than just a way to save on labor. It creates a unique shopping experience that feels different from your usual grocery run. It is a moment of intentionality, a pause before you enter, reminding you that you are about to step into a place that values efficiency and simplicity. And it works. Aldi's customers are some of the most loyal in retail, and the quarter system is a part of that loyalty. It creates a feeling of ownership and responsibility while reducing the chaos of stray carts in the parking lot. It is a system so effective that it has barely changed since Aldi first introduced it, even as the store's empire expanded around the world. But if you think the quarter system is intense, wait until you hear about what they are doing to their employees. 3. The 1,200 items per hour secret. What if I told you that Aldi employees are being timed on every single item they scan? Most people think those lightning-fast Aldi cashiers are just naturally quick or maybe hopped up on strong coffee before their shift. But the reality is, those employees are working under a policy that expects them to scan around 1,000 to 1,200 items per hour, according to Metro. That means every single can of beans, every loaf of bread, and every bag of pretzels is counted and clocked, with employees constantly monitoring their speed. And it is not just about bragging rights or an internal competition for the fastest cashier. Aldi actually has a 3-strike system where employees can lose their jobs if they consistently fail to meet these speed targets. This is not something you see at your average grocery store, where a slow scanner might just get a polite reminder to keep the line moving. At Aldi, timing is everything, and the stopwatch is always ticking. Even the moments between customers are timed. According to Eat This, Aldi employees are trained to keep that gap to just 2 or 3 seconds at most, shifting seamlessly from one customer to the next without the usual chit-chat you might expect at a checkout line. This is why your Aldi cashier barely looks up as they slide your milk and eggs past the scanner like a conveyor belt at warp speed. And here is where it gets interesting. You might think that this would create a cold, impersonal shopping experience, but customers actually appreciate it. The speed is part of what makes Aldi different, part of why you can get in and out so quickly, even during the busiest hours. It is one of the reasons Aldi's prices stay low, allowing them to operate with fewer staff while serving more customers efficiently. But there is a human cost to this level of efficiency. Imagine standing at a register for hours, scanning items with the constant awareness that you are being timed on every motion you make. The pressure is real, and it takes a certain type of mindset to thrive in that environment. Aldi's model, perfected over decades, pushes for maximum efficiency while squeezing every second of productivity from its employees. Next time you are at Aldi, watch your cashier. Now you will know exactly what they are going through, and it might just change the way you see that quick scan and polite nod as they hand you your receipt. The speed you admire is the result of an invisible clock always ticking in the background, driving the rhythm of your Aldi experience. But here is something even more secret that could save you serious money. 4. The D code, mystery and hidden savings. There is a secret code hiding in plain sight on Aldi price tags that could save you hundreds of dollars. Most people walk past those bright yellow tags in Aldi without a second thought, scanning for what looks cheap and tossing it in the cart. But here is the secret. When you spot a small D printed on the price tag, you are looking at a signal that the item is about to be discontinued, according to Mashed. And if you know how to play it smart, that tiny letter can be your golden ticket to scoring deals that even Aldi's own employees often overlook. So why does this matter? That D code means the product will not be restocked once it sells out. This means you are staring at the last wave of availability before the markdowns hit, which usually happens when there is just enough stock left that the store wants to clear the shelf space for seasonal or higher turnover items. If you pay attention, you can time your purchase, watch when the stock gets low, and catch the price drop right before the item disappears forever. Tasting Table confirms this is one of the easiest ways to predict upcoming clearance items before they are officially marked down. It is like unlocking a cheat code in a game, but in real life, And instead of collecting extra coins, you are stacking up real-life savings on items you already buy. Let's say you find your favorite dark chocolate with a D on the tag. Instead of buying it immediately, you might wait a week, swing back by, and see if the price has dropped while the item is still in stock. It is a simple but powerful hack that can save you dollars over time, especially on higher-priced specialty items like imported cheeses or organic pantry goods. But the D is not the only secret your Aldi price tags are holding. There are color codes and font variations that can also hint at the deal behind the price. Yellow tags generally indicate a regular price, while red tags can indicate a special buy or an even deeper discount, signaling Aldi's push to clear the product fast. When you combine these clues, you can build a mental map of Aldi's pricing strategy, letting you shop with the confidence that you are getting the best possible deal, not just the illusion of one. And here's the fun part. Aldi's restocking schedule often aligns with these price changes. Shopping on Wednesdays is one of the best-kept secrets among seasoned Aldi shoppers because that is when many of the new special buys hit the floor and clearance items get their markdowns. If you pair your D spotting with a midweek visit, you are maximizing your chances of scoring that item at its lowest price before it vanishes for good. This is the kind of shopping strategy that feels like you are part of a secret club, the type of insight you can casually drop in your group chat the next time someone asks how you managed to grab that fancy cheese for less than half of what it usually costs. It is a way to turn your grocery runs into a quiet flex, showing you know how the system really works beneath the bright lights and smiling produce displays. And the best part? This strategy does not require you to clip coupons, sign up for loyalty programs, or download yet another app that drains your phone battery while tracking your shopping habits. It is just about paying attention, looking at those tiny letters and colors on the tags, and shopping with intention instead of impulse. Now that you know the secrets, what are the best times to use this knowledge? 5. The ultimate Aldi shopping strategy. Most people walk into Aldi with a plan to grab milk, bread, maybe a snack or two, then leave before the line builds up. But if you want to shop Aldi like an absolute legend, you need to know about timing, return policies, and the treasure hunt that happens every single week behind those sliding glass doors. Let's start with the day you walk in. If you can, always aim for Wednesday. According to the takeout, Aldi restocks their shelves midweek, which means Wednesday mornings give you first pick of new Aldi finds. The limited time, sometimes ridiculously discounted items that rotate weekly. It is like a mini Black Friday, but without the chaos, and with better prices on everything from air fryers to seasonal snacks that disappear as fast as they arrive. By shopping on Wednesday, you catch the new inventory while also getting a chance at last week's items that might have dropped in price for clearance. Timing during the day matters too. Employees from Eat This Not That recommend aiming for late morning, around 11 o'clock, after the initial morning rush, but before the lunch crowd picks over the fresh produce in Aldi Finds bins. This is when staff have already completed the bulk of their restocking, and you can shop calmly without feeling like you are fighting for the last pineapple in the crate. Now here is a strategy that most people overlook. Aldi's twice as nice guarantee. Let's say you buy a pack of strawberries, get home, and realize they are mushy inside. Most grocery stores might offer a refund if you complain, but Aldi goes a step further. Their twice as nice policy allows you to get your money back while also replacing the product. This means you essentially get double compensation for a single inconvenience. According to Wide Open Country, people have used this policy to get a refund and a replacement when products do not meet their quality expectations. So do not feel shy about using it when your product is genuinely subpar. But beyond returns, shopping at Aldi is also about embracing the treasure hunt mindset. Those bins of random items you see near the middle aisle, filled with things like cast iron skillets, rain jackets, or random European chocolates, are called Aldi Finds. These products are Aldi's secret sauce, offering limited-time deals that can save you serious cash if you know what you're looking for. For example, you might find a 6-quart Dutch oven priced far below what you would pay at a major department store, but it will only be there for a week or two before it disappears forever. The fun part is that employees have their own internal tips about how to maximize your Aldi experience. According to Eat This, Aldi employees suggest checking out the Aldi Find section first when you enter the store, so you do not miss out on the most popular deals before they sell out. They also recommend bringing your own bags and quarters for the cart to save time at checkout and keep your trip efficient. Speaking of efficiency, remember how Aldi employees are timed while scanning your items? They want you to keep up. One way to make your checkout process smoother and stress-free is to load your items on the belt group by category, making it easier to pack them later when you move to the bagging counter. It saves you time and makes the process smoother for both you and the cashier. This entire approach transforms your Aldi visit from a rushed grocery run into a controlled strategic shopping mission. You walk in on Wednesday morning, hit the Aldi Finds first, check for D tags on price signs, pick your produce after restocking, and load your cart in a way that helps you breeze through checkout. If you find a product that does not hold up, you can confidently use the twice as nice guarantee. Save your money while get a replacement. This strategy not only saves you money but also makes your Aldi runs feel like you are hacking the system from the inside, gaining small wins every step of the way. It is the same mindset that helped Warren Buffett build wealth by understanding the systems around him, spotting value where others overlook it, and being intentional about every dollar spent. You will find that shopping this way turns each Aldi visit into a mini adventure, a small mission where you leave with more than just groceries but a sense of winning. It is not just about saving money, it is about walking out knowing you understand how this system really works. And remember, all these strategies exist because of a family feud that split a grocery empire in half, creating a relentless drive for efficiency and customer value that we are benefiting from every time we walk into Aldi. But that story, the one that started it all, is worth revisiting one more time. Drop your wildest Aldi hack or best Aldi find score in the comments so everyone can see how you're leveling up your shopping game. Did you grab a gourmet cheese for pennies or find an air fryer at a steal? Share it below and let's build the ultimate Aldi Insider Club right here.